I recorded a video a little bit earlier in my car before I did some grocery shopping. And as soon as I got in the grocery store, I had another message drop on me, so I wanted to share it. As we're in a brand new year, 2026, hallelujah, believing for a blessed, favored year for all of us. Often we can go into the new year with all these big plans and big resolutions, and then by the time we hit even sometimes into the first week of the new year, or a couple weeks in, it's about January 16th, 17th today, a couple weeks into the new year, we can feel really deflated, like I haven't followed through on those things. Because sometimes we set these goals and intentions that are maybe not what is meant for us in that moment or season. We're doing it because somebody else is doing it and we think we should do that too. Maybe it's just not the season of life for you at the moment, or maybe it's just not congruent to some of your top values. So really reflecting like what's important to me and what's something that I want to tweak. And then often we can go in to a new year, even if it's something we want to make changes in or want to grow, it's just too much of a stretch. And I often find for myself, and we're all wired differently, but I find for myself it's just like focusing on one little thing to make a little change, and then that rolls into you wanting to do something else a little bit more and something else a little bit more. And so for example, this year it was like I started dialing back on my coffee intake. I'm like, I think I'm drinking too much coffee. Let's dial that back. So I've been doing that. And then it was like, let's eat a little bit more protein and less carbs. So I've been doing that and making a few like fun, delicious things that are just filled with protein. And I just already started feeling a little bit better. And then this guy I listen to a lot online, this podcast, he talked about if you have a chair without wheels on the bottom, just do 20 step-ups on that. Step up onto the chair 20 times, 3 times a day. So I'm like, I can do that. Because I'm like, I want to get back to the gym, but when am I going to have this time? My husband just had knee surgery. We have a toddler. A lot going on. And so I'm like, I can do these step-ups, no problem. So I grabbed a chair and I brought it in my kitchen, and in the morning, noon, and night I did 20 sets, 20 reps of these step up onto the chair, step down. And then I was like, I can do more than that. So I've been doing 20 each leg 3 times a day. And then I just noticed when I went to the playground with my son, I'm like, there's a picnic bench. I started doing step-ups and side, not just run on from the side, just a little bit more. Drinking more water. Making sure that I'm getting like my green smoothies and lemon water. So it's just these little things that trigger. And when we start building momentum with one little thing can lead into the next and into the next. You just start feeling different. You start following through. And so you have more confidence in yourself that, hey, I can set a goal and follow through with it. And maybe even do a little bit more than what I set out. So I just want to encourage you, any day we can start fresh. We can create a new beginning. And so if you're feeling in a rut or feeling defeated, I just want to say, stop comparing yourself to somebody else. You never know what's going on in somebody else's life. Some of the times in my life, in my past, when I was like the most vocal and almost arrogant and very flashy and always had expensive things on, like all the time, I was at some of my most unhealthiest, worst times in my life. Binge drinking, so much anxiety, partying so much, hanging out with people that lived a lot like that. I was engaged to somebody very abusive, and trying to act like everything was great. So you just never know. So don't compare yourself to what somebody else is doing or what you think that you should have or how you should look or what you should be doing. It doesn't matter. And so focus on you, focus on your strengths, the giftings God's given you, and just little tweaks. But those little tweaks, I promise you, lead into a little bit more and a little bit more. And then the momentum wheel starts spinning and spinning. And then all of a sudden, you're just feeling awesome because it's like, hey, I've made so many little difference changes even in a week or maybe in a couple weeks. It's like there's so many new things. You just feel different. So I just want to encourage you with that. Start something that's important to you in a little way and start in a small way and just see how that will build. So be blessed.